Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. I'm going to be reviving the Rogues Alley, which we used to do over at Cool Stuff / Gathering Magic, and things have fallen by the wayside, mainly because my heart has just not been in Magic the Gathering for the past 2 years. Well, I've been pretty reinvigorated, having a lot more fun with Magic. I'm liking this Standard. Got into a little bit of a Reddit fight about Standard. A lot of people are not liking this best of 3 Standard format. I actually think it's in a pretty good place. Yes, there's a lot of cheese cards out there like Embercleave and 3-drop Teferi and Narset and Wilderness Reclamation and Fires and Invention. I get it. There's a lot of unfun, linear type strategies out there. However, what makes this meta different, makes this standard different than a lot of the standards in the past 2 years, is I feel that there isn't a best deck out there. And when there's not a best deck, it allows a meta to continue to evolve based upon kind of the weekly flavors. And when that happens, it allows you to actually play rogue decks. And that's how I started my channel, was Rogue Deck Builder, where I could build a deck that was unique to me or a unique strategy and actually take it and be successful in a tournament. The past, I would say, Kaladesh forward, so over 2 years, has been riddled with the best decks and the solved metas. And even recently with like when Oko, before Oko was banned or Once Upon a Time was banned, or some of the other more oppressive cards, there just was that best deck, or there was only like you could play the deck that could beat the best deck, and it was maybe 1, 2, 3 decks that were viable. Right now in Standard, I feel that there are plenty of viable decks that you can be successful with, and then that of course allows for different angles to build more unique decks to also be successful with. So let's look at the meta right now of decks that are successful. You have Black-Red Sacrifice that's still very, very good. You have any sort of green-blue ramp. There are different flavors from Elementals to Wilderness Reclamation to just the traditional Nissa and Hydroikrasis, or like what I've been playing, the Sultai ramp strategy. So ramp is very represented. There are aggro strategies from mono black aggro to mono red aggro to different flavors of mono red aggro to mono green aggro is very successful, to Gruul aggro, to Knights, to mono white with the life gain strategy. And then you have combo decks like Dance of Mance that is still viable. You still have the Wilderness Reclamation expansion to Explosion combo deck. You still have Fires of Invention that is like a linear combo synergy based deck. And then you have control shells like Esper Hero, or there's just even Esper Control that isn't running the hero. There's blue-white control. There's black-white enchantment control. Many, many different ways that you can actually attack the meta right now and justify your choices and be successful with those choices. So when those are those type of metas that are strong, I'm going to like Standard. So for this week, we're going to go back to a classic. I've run this before on the channel. Excuse my voice, by the way. Woke up without a voice, a little bit under the weather. We're going to try Wolves in a traditional tournament. And mainly I'm choosing this because mono red is everywhere, and I think this deck does pretty good against mono red. It's something that does get a presence out quite quickly, and then cards like Tolsimir, Friend of Wolves, just absolutely decimates kind of the mono red strategy. Wicked Wolf is also really good against the mono red, and Nightpack Ambusher is actually pretty good too. And if you can establish the combo of going Nightpack Ambusher into Tolsimir, Friend of Wolves, it's a really good engine where you can continue every turn to put out a 3/3 and fight your opponent's creatures and gain 3 life. We also don't have to run Paradise Druid anymore because of Wolfwillow Haven is about the exact same, and it's on theme here. You can sacrifice a creature to make a wolf. In our deck, it's going to be hopefully a 3/3 or could fight something and gain life. Later on, I think it just gets the nod over Paradise Druid because we don't need a lot of other colors in this deck. There is Tolsimir for white, there is Vraska for black, and there's Garruk for black. So we're going to run a 3 of Garruk and a 3 of Vraska because we want to see one, but sometimes seeing multiples of these is not where you want to be. We'd rather be casting creatures and stabilizing versus mono red. We're probably going to have a difficult matchup versus Fires of Invention. We're going to have a difficult matchup versus blue-white control. But out of all the red decks that I've been seeing, I think this is going to match quite reasonably well. I built this deck originally to beat up Rakdos. This is before mono red was the thing, and now mono red seems to be everywhere. So if we run into Rakdos and mono red, I think we're going to have a good chance of 5-0ing this or taking this tournament down. We just need to avoid those fires, those ramp decks, and those control decks. All right, so the 1-drop is Arboreal Grazer, is a 2 of. You want to see like one of these on average. You don't want to see more than one though. You just want to get the one down, help you ramp up. Gilded Goose has a synergy with the Wicked Wolf, so you can continue to pump out food token for Wicked Wolf. So we're going to run 4 Gilded Goose in the deck. Wolfwillow Haven's also going to help ramp us to those Ambushers, Wicked Wolves, Questing Beasts. And Lovestruck Beast is really in here for the synergy with the Great Henge, as well as putting out some chump blockers to get us where we need to be. It's also a decently aggressive card. The problem with this deck is we're not running any other 1/1s, and so oftentimes Lovestruck Beast is a defender if they kill your 1/1. Nightpack Ambusher, very good in the Wolf Tribal, makes your wolves bigger, also spits out wolves so you don't cast anything. I've used Nissa in this slot, or wait, the Vivien that has all your creatures' ability to have flash. It just ended up being very awkward. It's very hard to protect in the deck, so therefore I'm not running any more. We have a 1 of Questing Beast just because of the legendary rule, a 4 of Wicked Wolf, 3 of Vraska, Golgari Queen, the 4 of Tolsimir because it's the best card in our deck, 3 Garruk, and 2 Great Henge, and then just the mana base is Temple, Overgrown Tomb, Fabled Passage, a ton of Forest, and a 1 of Plains and a 1 of Swamp. The sideboard I've got built more towards the mono-red matchup, even to put us even more over the top, with 2 Devout Decrees, 4 Knight of Autumns, they can kill enchantments, artifacts, gain you life, become a beater, 2 more Questing Beasts, and 4 more Shifting Ceratops to give us a chance versus the control-based decks, and the Vivien Arkbow Ranger to come in versus more mid-range to help us go over the top of those particular decks. All right, it's very, I'm sure there's other cards we could adjust. Not really anything from Theros that stands out that I'd want to bring in this particular match. Like the Nylea looks interesting with reducing costs of creatures and also having a devotion beater, but it just doesn't make the cut, kind of a weak card. And again, nothing else just seems where we want to be right now in the meta. All right, so let's go ahead and start some games here. So we are going to queue this up into a best of 3 traditional standard event and see how far we can take this deck. So we are trying to hit those mono red matchups and then get out of Tolsimir, and hopefully that'll be enough to stabilize. And last couple of these that I've done, all I've gone up against is red decks. It's like red deck and Heliod decks, and this deck should do very well against those. All right, this is a keepable hand because of Gilded Goose and Wolfwillow Haven. We could get a quick Questing Beast or Vraska, and it is indeed mono red. So Gilded Goose is going to act as a chump blocker. We do need to hit another land for the Wolfwillow Haven. And if we don't hit a land, though, we could be in trouble. So the shock comes down the Goose. That's decent. It's reasonable. We are behind here. So Infuriate is actually a good sign because it's not going to be on the Embercleave. So unfortunately, what I'm going to do here is we have to go get a land. And we'll just go get a forest. And put out another Goose. And again, we need to hit those lands or we're in trouble. Next turn, though, we can Wolfwillow Haven and do another Gilded Goose. I don't know if that's where we want to be. Worst case scenario, opponent puts out the 3-drop, the Devotion. Just another shock. Okay, so this is actually okay. Because we're trading Gilded Goose for a food. Our opponent is running out of cards until they light up this staged. Womp womp. And unfortunately, the robber is going to be rough. This is just horrible. I think we have to go Wolfwillow rather than a Gilded Goose. And the name of the game here is we lost because we didn't hit land drops. So I kept a 2-lander with Ramp and Gilded Goose. All we really needed is one more land. Also, if that Fabled Passage would have been another land, we'd have been in good shape to ramp up. But I'm going to lose this match. I'm surprised my opponent didn't go Robber. That was very weird. So I guess they're just going to let the Robber go for the Annex. And now we do get a Wicked Wolf, which can fight the... I think we want to fight the 10th Street Dodger here. And hopefully our opponent just runs out of steam here. And we can actually find a... If we find a white source, then we have Tolsimir And then Tolsimir is going to stabilize us. So cross your fingers for a Fabled Passage even works here. Temples don't. That's the problem with this Annex, though, is it's just going to continue to get value. Possibly should have fought the Annex. I don't know. So opponent's just going to continue to get value out of Annex. Getting these 1/1s back. But again, the name of the game is... That's a weird... I mean, I guess it's getting rid of some life here. That is super weird on the Wicked Wolf. Alright, my opponent's out of shocks. Come on, White Source. It's a Temple, unfortunately. So we have a couple of... Ooh. We have a couple of options. I'm going to definitely keep that on top. We can go Gilded Goose or Questing Beast. I think I'm going to go Questing Beast. Because it gives us another blocker. Whoa, 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 whoa! Wrong. Why did it switch over? Oops. That was a mistake. I clicked on the wrong one. That might cost us the game. I swear it put the Questing Beast over to the left. And then oh well. I did a play mistake here. Hopefully it doesn't cost us the game. We have Great Henge coming out next turn. Oh wow, my opponent didn't attack. That is crazy. Sweet, sweet. Okay. So, we get Great Henge. This gives us a loosey-goosey. And 2 life. And we should be in good shape. Gives us another Temple, not a White Source. We're going to throw a Forest on the bottom. We're going to attack with the right creature this time. So I'm thinking the last card in hand is an Embercleave, unfortunately. No, because my opponent would attack last turn if it was an Embercleave. If it's not an Embercleave, like everything else in their deck isn't... Okay, it's Torben. Alright, so Torben's going to be a little bit difficult here. My opponent should attack with everything. Just going to go with the Scorch Spitter, huh? Okay. Coming with both. Coming with everything. Alright, so we are going to block, block, and block, and sacrifice to keep the Wicked Wolf alive. We go down to a 4. Opponent gets 2 creatures. And, oh no, I shouldn't have blocked with my that was bad. Shouldn't have blocked with the... Whoops, I messed up here. So can I don't have lethal though. Not even close. So we'll go Great Henge. Make a Lovestruck Beast token. Make a Lovestruck Beast itself. And now I don't have both to actually sacrifice that food. So I'm wondering if Vraska is just better to put out or have this food. Because I have enough blockers. I could actually kill one of these. Is that gaining me the same amount of life? We're going to go Vraska.
Your demise won't be quick. The ends justify the means.
And there's an Ambusher. So Questing Beast can come in. So my opponent needs a really good top deck here. Like an Embercleave. Otherwise, I think we have this in the bin. They're out of shocks. They have one more shock in the game. That's kind of annoying right at the stage. But it does hit an Embercleave. Oh, wow. That is ridiculous. That was the perfect 2 cards. That was lame. Is that lethal? I think that's lethal. Yep, that's lethal with Embercleave. That is ridiculous. I'm salty. That was the only thing my opponent could do, is light up the stage into a land in Embercleave. So we'll go here, and then we have to spread these around, but I believe I still die. That was ridiculous. Yep, I am dead. Oh boy, the top deck lighted the stage into Embercleave land. Whew. Can't make that up. I don't know if I could play that better. Well, first of all, I messed up with blocking with the goose, I think. But still, I'm pretty salty. Really salty there. We'll bring in the Knight of Autumns. Kind of weird here. I think Garruk is just too slow in this matchup. Vraska is also kind of iffy. We'll go down to 1 Vraska. It can kill some cards. The Questing Beast is decent, but we don't want to draw multiples. Vivien is actually pretty decent in this matchup as well. It might just be better than Vraska. No, we'll keep in. Everything here I think is good. Yeah, Vraska for Vivien. I'm not sure how good Vivien is in this matchup, actually. We'll just drop it. But super salty with that top deck. Felt like my opponent mismanaged their cards too. They're throwing shocks at worthless targets. And I'm surprised we were able to come back as much as we did. I'm going to keep this. It's kind of meh. But if we can stabilize to Tolsimir, we just hopefully win. Scorch Spitter, sure. I hate paying 2 life here, but we need to ramp. And if the Gilded Goose survives, we're in great shape. So I'm thinking there's an Infuriate. Nah, let's block anyway. There's the Embercleave. My opponent's going to have to ditch that, though. So, unfortunately, we got to shock ourselves again. Womp womp. And this will give us some life back, though. And we also have Wicked Wolf. So we should just win this game. I think my opponent's going to be too slow to come back from this. We're back up to 18. We have Tolsimir. We have Wicked Wolf coming out next turn. So whatever our opponent puts out, we get to wolf it. And we'll start getting in for damage. Let's put us down to a 14. I don't think there's anything my opponent can do to come back from this. Like, they could have a Torbane again. But we have, like, Great Henge. There it is. Jeez. Opponent, it's fine in the way they get back from this, but... At this point, do we just trade? No. We'll take the 3. Can't go for a Great Henge. This is actually ridiculous here. I think I just want to make a food token. So we'll go Knight of Autumn. And I'm actually just going to put 2 counters on it. And unfortunately can't tack into that stupid Torbran. So we're going to pass. We have both our Great Henges. Opponent is getting a little bit flooded. They can cast another Embercleave, which is pretty ridiculous. I hate this card, Embercleave. It's such a cheese, ridiculous card. It's forcing decks to play cards like Aether Gust. You need instant speed. Like maybe Death Sprout is a card that I should start putting in this deck to combat Embercleave. Lava Coil. And now I'll make the trade with the wolf. Geez, we could go back on the offensive, actually. It's pretty silly. So, you could go the Wicked Wolf, block, sack the food. The problem is I want to make a food so I can guarantee this Great Henge. I guess I could have guaranteed a Great Henge anyway. Now we get it regardless. We'll get in with the Knight of Autumn. Put us down to a 10. We still have to worry about Embercleave. Embercleave and Torbrand is so busted. Like, people were saying that Embercleave with Knights was the route to go, but there's much better synergies in this red deck. You have the Annex the Harden of in the Forge that's crazy with Embercleave. Because it's basically Embercleave gives it +2/+0. You have... Weird flex here. I get to sacrifice a... Okay, opponent scoops here. So you have Torbrain, the double strike works with. You have the, or Torbrand. You have the Annex, which basically gets +2/+0 because of the devotion. And you have the Elemental, the, why can't I think of the one that, the one that pumps every time you cast a red spell, which helps you ramp into the Embercleave if you even don't have enough creatures. So it's pretty ridiculous right now. Like, if there's one card that I would want gone in the meta, it's this Embercleave, just because I think it was a poor design. I think the equip cost should have been much higher. I also think the reduction, or I probably should have been like a 7 mana spell or something, just so that it'd be a lot harder to get that 2 mana down to 2 mana reduction. It's just too easy right now to get attack with 4 creatures. Way too easy. All right, we'll keep this. And this is pretty decent. I think we'll go ahead and run it out here. And Temple Garden. And we have to shock ourselves, though. Because we have the Wicked Wolves that will go online now. Hopefully, we still need another land. I don't know why we're having such problems with a 25 land deck. There's the Steamkin. They got the nut draw so far. So I have to do this. That sucks. And if we miss the land drop, we lose. But we can start next turn. If we hit the land drop, we're Wicked Wolfing everything. And we also will have a Tolsimir the turn after. But let's see if my opponent... Yep, they've got the God draw. Oh, it's so beautiful if I hit a land. Oh, I do. I have to shock myself, though. Down to 8. Ugh, not a fervent champion. Light up the stage? Oh my gosh. Pretty stupid. Okay, so Fabled Passage. We've stabilized, though. Pretty good. I think we're okay. Opponent only has 3 cards. Basically 4 cards. And we're back up to 10. There's the Steamkin. And the Lava Coil. Womp womp. Lava Coil is really good. So, I think I still need to... Let's thin out our deck here. Can attack in because I think I need to start putting pressure. But I am in a bit of a pickle here. I flooded this time. Fervent Champion. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just taking one though. And then we can still, yeah, we can still do Nightpack Ambusher. Put it down to 14. 2 cards in hand. We have 3 blockers. Annoying card there. Maybe I should have flashed this in to do another damage. One card left in my opponent's hand. Should be out of lava coils. That was pretty stupid. So we're going to tap for green. Put out a wolf. Attacking with everything. Because we have to put pressure. We can't allow opponents to start top decking Torbrands and Embercleaves. Goes down to a 1. We spit out another wolf. And my opponent's going to need a Hail Mary of all Hail Marys. Alright, so we take that mono-red matchup down. I think that was pretty good. I think my opponent had some good hands too. And you can see how well it performs versus red. So we're off to a good start. With these boring mono-red players. It is. It's crazy. It's like 70% of matchups right now are people playing mono red. The problem with Arena too is it's really jaded towards mono red, especially best of 1, because it's got such a lopsided win rate on the play versus on the draw. But best of 3, you get a lot more cards you can bring in to combat them. And it becomes more reasonable. We'll ship this hand back. This is even worse. I think I'll keep it, though. I don't want to go down. In all honesty, I think I want all the Goose, and Vraska can go away. Yeah. I don't see myself casting Vraska. So let's go Goose number 1. And surprise, surprise, it's red. We'll go Goose number 2. Goose number 3. And we got a gaggle of goose going. Opponent's just going to get in for 1. That's not what you want to be doing on your turn. This is weird. I don't know if Wicked Wolf is just good to get out here. I think it is. But we really need to draw into something that can give us some... Oh, this is a Cavalcade deck. All right. Can't quite do Garruk, so we're definitely going to want to pump up a... Ay. All the hasters in this, there's like Ginger Brutes. I think it's worth it. I need a pressure. Oh, we are so screwed. Opponent is missing land drops, though. Oh, boy. I think I gotta keep Wicked Wolf back. No, we have to race. We have to race. All 4 gooses. I need, was it the Huatley? Oh, cool. All 3 Cavalcades. But still nothing. Ambusher. Is Ambusher more strong? Nope, Garruk is.
They call me. Stay on the trail.
Do I have lethal next turn? 3, 6. No, not quite. We're 10. So opponent can probably kill Garruk if they attack into Garruk. Like Chandra would be devastating here. My opponent needs to decide where they're going, though. It's Chandra.
You know what's better than having a plan? Basically, anything.
Oh, they're so cute.
So is going for Garruk. Goodbye, Garruk. Guess it doesn't matter to block, but we'll just do it. I think we do need to kill Chandra. Is that just free mana? No. Because we put on there, it's 1, 2. Nope. So, let's just not flash out. We'll just Nightpack Ambusher. And we will kill Chandra because we can't quite lethal. So I think this is the best route we can go. Our opponent will scoop it up. So they got lucky with the Cavalcades, but got unlucky with nothing to go with the Cavalcades. Vivien's a lot better in this matchup because it can kill the Chandra's Phoenixes. What are they called? The Chandra's Spitfires. So Questing Beast I don't think is net. Well, no, Questing Beast is good in this matchup. Like, everything's good. You want Vraskas, you want Tolsimirs, you don't want Garruks. The Great Henge is actually kind of weird in this particular match because this match is all about stabilizing rather than like stabilizing against their Cavalcades and stuff. So I actually think Questing Beast is weak. This is rough. I don't know what to cut. And I actually do think it's Great Henge. All these other cards are pretty good. And that's when you can tell you got like a kind of a sideboard that needs work if you don't have enough stuff that can come out or come in. So definitely this deck has a long ways to go. But the Knight of Autumns are going to be really good in this matchup. And we have an opening hand, and we have some ramp. Scorch Spitter. So Grazer into Forest. Next turn we have 2 Goose. 2 Loosey Goosies. Light up the stage finds perfect 2 mountains. Womp womp. Another Spitter. Alright, okay. Enough of these Fabled Passages. Get the white. Actually, they're fine now, but hopefully we don't flood out. Go get some Loosey Goosies. And Cavalcades can be rough, but we'll kill it if they do have a Cavalcade. Spitfire. Oh my goodness. We're dead. Oh no, we can block them for a couple turns. Come on. Let's find a Vraska slash Tolsimir slash not Lovestruck Beast. So now we can keep these Spitfires under check. But like worst case scenarios like Amber Cleave on the Spitfire. And I have a feeling that's what's happening. Okay, so we trade basically a Scorch for a Arboreal Grazer and 1 damage. Light up the stage is active if there's another one. Ugh. Well, we got to swing into Chandra.
Pyromancer extraordinaire. Mostly. Come on, Chandra. Remember that spell.
Yikes. That's pretty rough. That was terrible. Let's hopefully scry something. Come on. Ugh. Gross. And I have to shuffle that back in with Fabled Passage. So this has to go into Chandra. My opponent will block with Scorch Spitter. Really? Has an extra Chandra in hand. So still want to keep Knight of Autumn back. Yeah. Probably in a Bone Crusher. Yeah, I expected the Bone Crusher Giant on the... so that the Scorch Spitter can get in. Another one. Taking 5. Knight of Autumn might just need to come out. Yeah, we're flooding. Flood, flood, flood. Guess we can get the forest we put on the bottom. And we actually need this just to put 2 counters, I think. But we're in terrible shape with these Bone Crusher Giants coming out. Ay, ay, ay. Gotta be kidding me. Well, my opponent's out of cards. We have to block with the Gilded Goose on this turn. So yeah, and I think I'll make a food token. Vraska. Vraska's good here.
Leave before I make you disappear. Pity we couldn't have been allies.
Think we might have stabilized. Vraska's dead, though, is the problem. To Tin Street Dodger. Bone Crusher ×2 is coming out. And they can still make this unblockable. Should go into Vraska. Yep. And I think no matter how if we top deck a land, we're just dead. That's actually okay. Yeah, that's probably the worst card they could have drawn against us. I think we're just dead here. So we'll trade with the Bone Crushers. So we have to get a fight card, or we are donezo. This at least does spit us out another 3/3. So any haste top deck, shock, works, and I lose. I don't think I have a ton of top decks that I can get here. That is definitely not one of them. And we're just dead. Alright, enough lands. Either give us lands early and then stop drawing lands, or whatnot. Okay, so I think we just keep still. Didn't find any Wicked Wolves. 0 Wicked Wolves and 0 Tolsimirs. That was the name of the game there. 1 Vraska, and it came kind of weird, awkward late. We do get to go first, though, which is huge in this match. Okay, so we get to lose this one, but mainly because of variance. Nightpack Ambusher is the weakest card, and I actually think, like, Temple of Malady. Pretty stupid. I hate losing to variance, so all lands into no lands. In all honesty, I think I just Fabled Passage here. I know that seems kind of weird. But we want Wicked Wolf next turn. There's Cavalcade. So I have some choices. I think it's just still Wicked Wolf. Rather than Devout Decree. Unfortunately, got to take some life. There's a Spitfire. So, we'll get rid of the Spitfire. Keep a Devout Decree. And again, I still think that we're getting in with Wicked Wolf. I need to put pressure. I can't keep doing this nonsense of holding back. Another Spitfire. And a Fervent Champion. So I'm wondering if Cavalcade's the right play to get rid of. I don't think so. I think it's Spitfire again. And hopefully we can somehow card advantage. Do I need to race still? I don't think so. Pretty frustrating. Oh my goodness. Trips on the Spitfire, huh? Oh, the top deck. Get wrecked, scrub. Alright, so the wolf comes out. All the Spitfires are done. We're back up to 18. Now we're going to start Wicked Wolfing in. I have a feeling there's an Embercleave. Oh, that's stupid of me. He's got the +1/+0. Yeah. Dumb. I didn't even look to see the Castle Amberith. Now I'm tilting. And a light up to stay. Yeah. I can't make this crap up. And a red cap melee. And we get a useless Grazer. I am dumb. Didn't even look at that Castle Emberith there. That's the top deck? Seriously? So I need to put both of them in front of it. So I deserve this loss, though. Really deserve this loss. For that Castle Amberith. So need another fight card here. Of course it's not. Jeez. Now the flood begins. I just die here, right? Yeah, I'm dead. I don't have enough blockers. My opponent should just realize it's over. So should have double blocked on the Fervent Champion. Duh. And then they would have killed the Tolsimir and had a wolf back. And then next turn I wouldn't have taken damage. That was just dumb. Stupid mistake. I wasn't even... This is why I don't ever stream. I make these dumb mistakes where I didn't even look at the Castle Amberith up there. Oh, awesome. Opponent can do Embercleave here, too. So we'll sacrifice this food. We'll make another food. And see what else? It's a light up the stage. Another cavalcade? So I have to find a fight card here. Where I'm dead. Oh, so close. That sucks. I actually survive. Barely.
Only a fool stands in my way.
So which one does I kill Cavalcade? I can block the Fervent Champion, or I can block and take 3/6. So I take. No, I have to kill the Fervent Champion here.
I'm going back to the shadows for now.
Ha! Top deck's another Cavalcade. Didn't attack! Why? That's 3/6/9. I don't know what was up with the no attack.
Leaving the body.
Doesn't matter. Hopefully my opponent doesn't see it again. That's just 9 damage. Oh no, it doesn't trigger. Doesn't trigger, duh. Yeah. Torburn doesn't trigger. Oh, that doesn't matter. It'll still kill it. Because of Torbrain. I'm like, I can flash in Nightpack Ambusher.
Sometimes sacrifice is necessary.
Still dead to any haste. Top deck. I think I have to get in, right? So I should have killed a Cavalcade there. Woo! Awesome. Think we're actually going to pull this off, even with my bad. Yep. Wow. I deserve that loss there, but end up with a win. Oh, wow. Stupid me. That was some bad plays. Alright, so. 1 second, I'm going to get a drink of water. And be right back. Hopefully that helps my voice a little bit. Okay, so let's go on to the next match. So you've already broken even. That's what I like about these tournaments. So I should always say that you should play tournaments, not just the ranked. I wish they'd make tournaments ranked. Because if you win 2, you break even and actually get 3 cards. And then for every win after this, you actually are up coins. Not substantial, but still it all adds up. Okay, so waiting on the opponent. Decent hand. We have a first turn Goose into a Wolfwillow Haven. And I don't know how we'll play this actually. Probably a Goose into a Lovestruck Beast. No. Nope, we can do it all the following turn. What? This isn't mono red. What nonsense is this? Who plays green? No one plays green these days. Alrighty, see what our opponent wants to actually play the game of Arena. Gotta have a lot of decisions to make with that green deck. A lot of, There you go! Took a full timeout to decide to play a... Alright, this is gonna be a tough matchup if it's hexproof. What's the best route to go? Still think it's Forest. Put a wolf down. And then we don't need to get a Lovestruck Beast out yet. We'll just pass. I want to save my food as a potential. Yeah, this is hexproof. We're in trouble. Hopefully they missed their land drop. They did not. All right, Tolsimir cannot fight that. What is the best play here? I think we need to scry to find something. Wicked Wolf is okay. It's another fight card. And I'm just gonna throw out a Lovestruck Beast. And then just pass. Another Season of Growth. Okay, I'm definitely on a clock. I'm gonna start drawing a bazillion cards. And did get the Sentinel's Mark. But still can't attack in. But is going to be able to draw a ton of cards. And I still can't... Yeah, I can't cast these fight cards. However, do I want to get a 1/1 out so I can start attacking with these Lovestruck Beasts? I think I'm just going to die this Paradise Druid as soon as they get all the glitters. The good news is the sideboard... Well, we have Vraskas as well. We can also have my opponent just time out by not doing anything, because that's always an option. Their clock. We'll get a Plains here. And I think it's just better to go Lovestruck. And Lovestruck. And that way, this Lovestruck can get in for 3. Or 5, I mean. Need a sideboard Shadow Spear, I guess. But double Season Growth, we probably have a 0% chance of winning this. My opponent's just going to churn through. Kind of weird flex here. What's the... So they have the +2/+2 and indestructible. I'm going to let it go through. Opponent will still use it. Yep. I'd like my opponent to put out another creature. Banishing Light on... Sure. On the Lovestruck Beast. Oh boy. Like I think we'll just put out a Wicked Wolf here. No, we'll get Tolsimir online. Tolsimir at least gains us life. Should have done the Wolfwillow first. Get it with the Lovestruck Beast. So my opponent needs all that glitters and lifelink. It still needs a trample effect, and they have the +1 with 0 and trample. Angelic Gift is also extremely annoying. Yeah, this is going to get us. But still no all that glitters. That's the key card they need. There it is. Womp womp. So 9/9 coming in. Still no lifelink though. So I think we just attack in with everything next turn. Another all that glitters possibly? Heliod's Punishment to keep it down. So I can take it this turn. No blocks. We can block with the Gilded Goose. Unfortunately, it's a Temple. So we need Vraska. Vraska needs to kill probably the Angel Gift at this point. It's pretty blah. Wicked Wolf just gains 3 life. Attack, attack, attack. Blocks Tolsimir. Goes down to 4. This just needs to gain us some life. Guess I can give it one more turn. Stupid Paradise Druid. No other creatures. We've been able to fight a whopping 0 other creatures. They do have like the lifelink creatures that can give something indestructible. There it is, yeah. Yep, I've played against this deck before. But this deck is incredibly Season of Growth dependent. If they don't have an early Season of Growth, and we have so many ways to get rid of them, and post-main, we will have tons of ways. So I'm sure that it's going to target Tolsimir. Gilded Goose, huh? Is that just lethal? That is just lethal. All right. We will go on to the sideboard. And we get a lot better versus this cheese. We get the Knight of Autumns. And that's it. That's all we really need. Like, Questing Beast is okay. Because it's aggressive. I wonder if Vivien's just terrible. Garruk is actually pretty good in this matchup. The Great Henge is pretty bad. We're going to take it out. Maybe keep 1 in. But, like, Wicked Wolf actually seems weak in this matchup. Grazer actually seems super weak in this matchup. All right, we're going to keep this. So we need Knight of Autumns. We need Vraska. Vraska is going to be absolutely brutal. If we can find a Vraska. I think this is capable. I think it's capable. I don't know. This is one of those hands that's like right on the verge. But like this hand is like threatening an early Garruk. It's threatening an incredibly early Garruk or I don't know. Maybe it's not keepable. There's our knight. Probably should have gone actually Overgrown Tomb and put two Goosies out. Well, we'll just do a Goosey here. Of course. So Paradise Shard, is that the only hexproof card in the entire deck, I think? Oh, wow. Hushbringer, we just lost. Womp womp. Well, we'll still get out Tolsimir. Oh my gosh, yeah, Hushbringer just beats us. Because... yeah, we're just dead. We don't even get a wolf out of this. Womp womp. Yeah, that's a good card versus us. So we have to get a Vraska now. We have to draw a Vraska. Everything has ET. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's going to be a good card. Okay. We're okay. Alright, Hushbringer's dead. Hopefully our opponent doesn't put out the thing that can give it. So hopefully they tap out this turn. Perfect. Tap out. Oh, this is risky. Alright, so here's the play. We're going to attack him with Tolsimir, and hopefully they block with Hushbringer and at least get that out of their hand. Alright, we're trying it.
The wilds are private.
Come on!
I like 'em.
Oh, womp womp. That dirty Hushbringer. So, I think I block with both. Oh, wait, they have trample. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's over. There's no way I can deal with this. There's no way I can deal with the Hushbringer. The Hushbringer just beats the game. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that stupid Hushbringer. Need casual wars in the sideboard for it. Alright, so we'll play the next one. You don't run into Hexproof very often because it is glass cannon. Oftentimes they, like that game one, no Paradise Druid, they just had a handful of nothing to enchant. Absolutely nothing to enchant. And then game two without the Hushbringer, it would have been a blowout. But it is what it is. Wonder if like putting a priest of the Forgotten Gods in the sideboard, because there's actually a lot of synergy in this deck. I mean, if that deck were to get annoyingly represented. All right, going against the blue deck. Blue decks are our bane. All right, we saw the red matchups. Red is what this deck is built for. Again, this is just a meta call. If you see a ton of mono red, and I'm sure mono white to combat mono white. All right, Bone Crusher Giant on the... It's not a big deal, actually. We'll go Temple. Get rid of all this crap, even though it's going to get shoveled back in. There's the Crusher. And we'll cast a Lovestruck Beast. So I think we're going against blue-green flash. Or, sorry, blue-red flash. So like Brazen Borrower here, taking back Lovestruck, attack for 4. Probably what's going to happen. Gadwick, okay. Draw a card. There's Vraska. Probably worth it to kill Gadwick, I would say.
I only picked target. Pity we couldn't have been allies.
Pass the turn. Hopefully we can keep Vraska alive. I'm going to Rouse Outburst on Vraska. Womp womp there. Gets rid of a Brazen Borrow, so I think the card better than a Brazen. Unfortunately, we're drawing garbage. We'll add some more garbage to the mix. Jeez. Glad we're getting rid of this crap. Swinging for 5. Opponent's down to a 13. But a handful of cards, and we're out of cards. We do have 2 useless cards on the bottom. Doesn't matter. So most likely get countered. Really? Oh, gonna Brazen Borrower both of my 1/1s, huh? So that I cannot attack with Lovestruck Beasts. Jeez, I feel like this deck needs 4 Great Henges just to get some card draw. But I think we're pretty much locked at this point. Brazen Borrowers in the air are going to get us. And then everything else is going to get countered. Yep. Fills it back up. Lame. See if this one gets countered. Ooh, it gets to... We gotta lose on one turn here with the Cutthroat getting huge. Yep. And now it gets ionized. Indeed, it does. That's game. I'm not going to keep this going. We're taking a massive amount of damage. I think we're actually taking lethal next turn. So, say 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, it's lethal. I think that's lethal. So, Devout Decree's okay, but I don't think it's wanted. This is like where Shifting Ceratops is and Questing Beast are really good. Garruk's just like too weird and I think hard to make it work. Vraska is also an awkward card in this one. So I think we just want to be as quick as humanly possible. And this is how we're going to do it. Like, Knight of Autumn actually does seem okay just as a 4-3 beater. And so does Vivien. Like, Vivien wants to come in. Tolsimir is another card that might not be as good as we think. I'm going to take the Grazers out for sure. And a Haven. Alright, I'm going to keep this list. And hopefully the Ceratops actually get the job done. Keepable? Slow but keepable? Slow-ish? I'm just going to not waste time. We have a Vivien out next turn if our Gilded Goose sticks around. I think Vivien hits here. I don't see a counterspell. Maybe a Quench? We want that on top, sure. Gusted, huh? So, get another green source here. And we're going to go Tolsimir. No red so far from my opponent. Don't know if that's on purpose or... Alright, so... I decided to go Tolsimir. This is a better... One's going to get Brazen Borrower. Just Brine Cut through. Okay. Huh. See what comes down here. Brazen Borrower. Okay, let's see what happens end of turn. Well, let's go ahead and crack this Fabled Passage. Get another green. And I'm assuming there's like an Aether Gust or something. So we're just going to pass. Ooh, okay. Didn't have anything. So I think my opponent needs to find like another Gust or... Nope. Awesome. So Cutthroat's gone. And my opponent just scoops it up. Missed the red source there. And the red source, I'm sure my opponent's just full of red cards. So we get lucky with that one. This is a tough matchup. Especially Aether Gust is so rough right now in the meta because everyone's running it because of Embercleave. So any blue deck will have tons of them. I think this is still fine. I don't see us really bringing in anything else. And I think this is capable. We ramp, sort of. I mean, these temples are weird. I didn't want the second Great Henge. We'll keep this land on top because we do want to ramp into. And we need the fourth land as well. Oh, that is a fourth land. Yeah, still we want this untapped. All right, so Forest, Wolf Haven, Wolfwillow Haven. Not going to counter it. Smart. And then I still don't have a play next turn. I think I'm just going to get templed out. Turn 2, Blind through Cutthroat's really rough. Ooh. It gets ionized, I'm sure. But we got to go for it. I don't think there's another option. Really?
With the Arkbow at my side, I can't lose a fight.
Wonder if it's going to just Bone Crusher Giant and then attack in. Okay, yep.
You're lower than worms.
Fortunately, there's nothing better to do there. We save ourselves some 5 life, which is, the most reasonable thing we can do right now. I think my opponent should have done it on their turn to pump it up. I'm sure my opponent has an Aether Gust in hand. At this point, though, we can't play around it. We got a Wicked Wolf. And I didn't fight because my opponent's got an Opt. Or a Bone Crusher, that works too. So really, how's the tempo hand this time around? I gotta take it. Because another Bone Crusher's probably coming down. Honestly, I think Brazen Borrower on my opponent's turn would have been better. Unfortunately, I'm still a million years away from doing anything. Because of the double Great Henge. And we're going to lose to Embercleave? No Embercleave, okay. But Great Henge is now... Yeah, jeez. The Flood. Alright, well, it is what it is. That's the problem with running these type of decks at the moment. Maybe Vivien needs to come back in the meta, the smaller one that allows you to dig for specific creatures. And it allows your creatures to have flash too, which is pretty decent with this particular deck. But we went 2-2, beat the matchups we wanted to beat with red. I played pretty poorly with this deck, for sure. But, again, if you do this, we spend 1,000 gold, so we get 1,000 gold back in 3 cards that goes towards our vault, which is good, and apparently doesn't let us click on the cards to see what they were. But anyway, there it is. There you have it. That's Wolves. This episode of the Rogues Alley was brought to you by Rogue Deck Builder. Come check out our Patreon if you enjoy this content, and get the Patreon perks for being a patron. That means distributor pricing on Magic Gathering products, Magic Gathering accessories, board games, you name it. If I can loot it from distributors, you can get it at that cost. Thanks for watching.